first tonight, thousands aboard that troubled Carnival cruise ship Splendor are just hours away from reaching San Diego. And new at 11, 10 News reporter Preston Phillips is at the Embarcadero with how passengers are coping tonight.
This is where the Carnival Splendor will be towed in tomorrow, steered in by tugs on both the front and the side. It's something that's never happened here before. You're looking at video just in of the Carnival Splendor being slowly pulled by tugs on its way to the Embarcadero. These new Coast Guard photos show food and supplies being unloaded onto the deck of the Splendor. Still, passengers on board are spending their third night in the dark.
There's still no power on the ship. There's no lights on, so all the cabins are just completely, they're dark.
At the same time, the cool Pacific is making it hard for the 4,500 on board to stay warm. We're told passengers have been joking with the Coast Guard about having hot coffee delivered.
During the night, it's been pretty cold, so the rooms get cold, so we've got a lot of extra blankets.
In several hours, the powerless Splendor will arrive in San Diego Harbor and will dock here on the south side of the B Street cruise ship terminal sometime around midday.
They'll have a tug on a bow and the tug on the stern.
Robert Butler from the San Diego Vessel Assist says never before has a cruise ship been pulled into the port of San Diego by tugs.
And these tugboats can literally move sideways, forward, or backwards. Tractor tugs will just push it sideways. It'll pretty much come straight in and then it'll be pushed sideways parallel right to the dock.
In just several hours from now, thousands will watch them do just that right here in San Diego. A slow, methodical process, Butler says. The sheer power of the tugboat, amazing to watch them work. Preston Phillips, 10 News.
Carnival says there is no reason to be concerned about a similar problem on its other ships.
We've been in business for 35 years. We've never had something like this happen before, so I really don't think we have that risk with other ships.
Today, Carnival's CEO explained the problem was a split crankcase in one of the ship's generator rooms. It sparked a fire, causing the ship's fire suppression system to kick in, sealing the room and cutting off oxygen to the area. Unfortunately, it also wiped out electricity to the ship. The Splendor will remain in San Diego while a team of technicians and shipbuilders piece together exactly what happened and how to fix it. And this is a live look at the cruise ship terminal from our downtown sky camera. Even though the Splendor is not expected to dock until about noon, the Coast Guard will be preparing for the arrival as early as 3 a.m. 10 News will be there with live coverage from the ground and the air starting at 4:30 a.m. on 10 News this morning.
Rolex watches, diamond tennis bracelets, and gold rings.
Just some of the $30,000 worth of jewelry stolen in a home invasion of a prominent La Jolla couple. Today, 4 suspects accused of the robbery faced a judge.
We can't show you their faces inside the courtroom as they entered their not guilty pleas, but we can show you the scene as they were arrested Friday night in connection with the brazen home invasion robbery minutes earlier at the La Jolla home of philanthropist and cookbook author Jeanne Jones.
I can't imagine the emotional trauma that she must have undergone having these individuals break into her house with a handgun.
Friday night, Jones, her husband, her mother, and 2 caregivers were ambushed by 4 masked men. It all started with a knock at the door. That's when a caregiver answered.
The individual handed her the flower with his left hand, punched her in the face with his right hand, knocking her to the ground. After that, he immediately jumped on top of her, zip-tied her wrists together and her ankles together, and left her there lying on the ground.
You can see the woman in her 50s in the back of this ambulance. She was left with a 3-inch gash on her forehead and a severe black eye. This alert UPS delivery man trailed the men along eastbound 52 until the San Diego police helicopter spotted the yellow Nissan and items being tossed out the window.
When the police department went back out and looked on the freeway, they found ski masks and gloves on the side of the freeway.
Inside the SUV, police found 4 men from San Bernardino County: Hector Guerra, Miguel Osegueda, Thomas Clark, and Aaron Espinoza, along with about $30,000 worth of Jones' possessions.
Jewelry, watches, rings, and earrings. They also found ski masks, gloves, and a loaded firearm on the floorboard of the vehicle.
All 4 men remain jailed tonight, each on $1 million bail. If convicted, each could get 20 years.